Crystal Walker with Ask A Walker, your Northern Virginia real estate agent. In this video, we're going to be talking about Bush Hill Elementary School here in Alexandria, Virginia. When we're working with home buyers that have young kids, there are a couple of questions we hear over and over again. Most parents want to know about the size of the school, what parent involvement at that school looks like, what are the hours of operation, but also what programs are available. You may think that when looking at elementary schools in one county that all of the schools will be the same as far as programs that are offered, but what I found is that some schools have specific programs that are available or are unique to that school. So we're going to talk about those things as well as the school's ratings and reviews. Bush Hill is actually one of the smallest schools in Fairfax County. There are typically about 450 to 465 students enrolled each school year. Just to give you an example, there are some other elementary schools nearby that have upwards of 850 students. So it is a fairly small school. It services the 22310 zip code, and some of the subdivisions that covers are Brooklyn Estates, Van Dorn Village, Founders Walk, and Bush Hill Woods. Now, if your kid goes to Bush Hill Elementary School, they'll move on to Mark Twain for middle school, and then up to Edison High School after they attend Twain. Another thing parents want to think about when looking for a school is, what are the hours of operation? Like, does it work with your schedule? If a school starts at 9 o'clock and you have to be at the office by 8:30, that could present a problem. So I'm going to talk about the hours that the school's open, but also what are your options if that doesn't work for your schedule. So the hours for Bush Hill, the school starts at 9:10 and dismissal is at 3:55. So again, a lot of schools in this area have later start times. That was one of the things that really surprised me when I first moved to the area many years ago. Now, there's a great program available called SAC. It's a school-age child care program provided by the county. It is available at Bush Hill, and the hours there are going to be from 7 a.m. to 6:15 p.m. The only problem with the program is it's really popular, so you may have difficulty getting your child enrolled your first year. We always recommend reaching out to SAC even the school year before to see if there are going to be any slots for the following school year. Fortunately, there are a number of private daycares, sports academies that do pick up and drop off at Bush Hill. So if you're not able to get a space at SAC, thankfully there are a lot of other options available to you. Parent involvement has been shown to be a great indicator for student success. Usually where there's a school with a lot of parent involvement, there's usually higher test scores and also higher graduation rates. So some parents want to know, what does involvement for parents look like at each individual school? Now, Bush Hill does have a PTA that is really involved. They do fundraisers at the school, sponsor social events, and also sponsor some of the after-school enrichment programs that the school offers. So their website is really handy because you can sign up to volunteer directly on the PTA website, which is separate from the school website. There are varying levels of advanced academic placement throughout the Fairfax County Public School system. Now, Bush Hill does offer advanced academic placement. The highest level they have is a level 3, which pulls students out of the class for certain subjects throughout the day if they're selected for advanced academic placement. Usually the kids are screened by an advanced academic instructor at some point throughout their tenure at the school, and then if they're selected, they'll be put into that program. However, you can ask for a screening if your child is not identified as a student who would be a good fit for the program. There's also an ESOL program, which is English for Speakers of Other Languages. That program has 2 instructors at the school, and that's fairly common in Fairfax County. Most schools have between 1 and 4 instructors for ESOL. There are a number of enrichment programs after school, but also during the school day as well. There's a Student Council Association, chess club, environmental club. Your student, if they have interest in music, they have a strings and a band program at Bush Hill. Ratings and reviews. I actually am not going to go too much into ratings on this video because they change every year. So in order to get you the most recent information, what I recommend is you take a look at the link I'm going to put down below in the description bar. It's going to be a link to our Bush Hill Elementary School page on the Ask A Walker website. You're going to find more information about everything that I've discussed so far in the video, but also a link to the most current ratings and reviews for the school. Now, one thing I always tell parents to keep in mind is a lot of these reviews are subjective. They're done by parents like you and I. And so that's great information if you don't know someone living in the area. If you're fortunate enough to know someone who lives in the area you're looking for a home, I recommend talking to other parents or even stopping by one of those PTA meetings I mentioned. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, please like it and share it with someone else you know who may be looking for a home in the Bush Hill area.